Remember? Okay.
All
Where am I?
right.
There we go.
We're live.
Allegedly.
Yep, I'm alive.
Right.
I'm
Hey
alive.
guys, let us know when you can see us and hear us. Hear me cough into the mic.
Yeah.
I didn't hear nothing.
Cough.
Right?
Where am I going? Back to the top.
Yes, I ate enough today, so the alcohol wouldn't affect me. Okay.
Not like you're not going to have a second one for a game.
I am not gonna have a second one.
It's interesting
Oh,
wording.
she's totally going to have a second one.
I'm trying to be good and healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the love of music.
All right. Abbo says he can see and hear us. So let's get
Ooh,
this show on
and
the road.
bacon. All right.
Yeah, because we have Game of Thrones in 59 minutes. All right.
Yep.
And our timing is now done by Game of Thrones. Anyways.
That's all right. Going live in 5, 4, 3. On this episode of the AIE Podcast,
The nomads love to explore.
Thank you for the love of music.
love is in the air.
We have the lovely Captain Sybil's STO updates.
Sai and Grimcow are here to talk about the Summer of Love.
All that and more coming up right now. Insert funky show theme here. All right. Welcome to episode 280. That's right, 280 episodes of the podcast celebrating you, the Aaliyah Ioctast gaming community, the Die Has Been podcast. This is Tetsemi, and to my left is McCullough.
Hey guys, there are some lemon bars in the guild kitchen, and cinnamon rolls, and carrot cake, and pretzel rolls with beer cheese dip. Hey Tet, I need to clean up over here.
I'm not shocked at all. And to my virtual right is Mewcow.
Greetings, gamers. And here I thought you were trying to be healthy.
That's why I'm limiting. No, it's for other people.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the problem. She makes all the food, and then I clean up after her, but I don't get to eat any of the food.
Because I take it out of the house.
Yes. Yeah. But this week we are joined by special guests Irene and Grimcow, who are here to talk to us about the Summer of Love in AIE. Welcome. How are you guys doing?
Hello.
Excellent. Thank you.
Very cool. All right. So, Sai, what have you been up to in or out of game? I know you've been busy lately.
You mean other than the kick in the pants that real life has done? Yes.
Yes.
Actually, we're doing pretty good. The kids are on summer break, and my son just finished his freshman year of high school. So he gets
Congrats.
to start driver's ed. He'll be 16 in December. So, oh, yay. Right?
Oh dear. Alert the authorities.
I know. But yeah, we've just been kind of chilling for the summer, but I got Boy Scouts starting up next month, and we're going to be all back in that. But I raid 4 times a week. It's crazy.
It is crazy. And Grim,
That's kind of Sai's life, though.
it is. Grim, what have
Pretty
you
much.
been up to?
Aside from following Sai through Tomb of Sargeras as my raid leader, we're 7 of 9, by the way.
Nice.
Ooh, Gary Ryan?
Oh yeah. I've been gaming. I just finished Tomb Raider for another playthrough. I've been doing a little Mass Effect, and I just started 2 weeks vacation. Got another couple coming at the end of August, so it's all good.
Very cool. And McCullough, besides messing up the guild kitchen and the real kitchen, what have you been up to?
So you know how like Sai raids too much? I play too much D&D.
Accurate.
Accurate. So since we last talked last week, Friday night we continued our Forgotten Prince campaign, which was really great when the game ended in, oh, by the way, you get back to the ship and Tiamat and Bahatma? harp standing there. This was actually after meeting 2 other gods and deciding that we're going to banish the Angel of Death. So that was a fun night.
Good times. Good times.
However, on a side note, I didn't get called witch once by the wood elf that hates me.
He's slacking.
No, he was busy raiding the Underdark, stupidly.
Right.
So that was Friday night. Last night, I got together with some girlfriends and we drank wine and played Munchkin and Exploding Kittens. It actually sounds like the night before Sai's wedding. It's actually exactly what we did the night before Sai's wedding. Yeah. So that was a good time. So laughing a lot, and then tonight I actually started a new campaign, and we're delving into Ravenloft with the Curse of Strahd, and I'm playing a paladin, a real one this time.
Yeah.
You mean there's fake ones?
Yeah.
She's played a couple of fake ones.
I've only played one fake one. So if you're a paladin of an evil god, you're an anti-paladin. But I played a paladin of an evil god who was a god of lies. So she pretended to be a good paladin.
Yeah.
Well, it's the reverse logic. It works. I play
exactly.
You know.
So that's kind of what I've been doing.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. And you, what have you been up to?
For the most part, lots of Final Fantasy XIV, of course. Just starting on my secondary classes. I did finish the main story for 4.0. Eagerly awaiting 4.1, which is rumored to come in October, which will bring more story and other fun stuff that I'll mention later.
Wait, October, you say? Let's see, 12 weeks from launch of Tomb. Yeah, I can see it.
Yep.
I'm thinking I know when 7.3 is going to drop now.
Yep. Yeah, that's how it works. Other than that, in WoW, my other raid team is now 8 of 9 on normal, and Kill Jaden giving us, he's giving us quite a challenge though. So we actually went ahead and just did 1 of 9 in heroic just to get some better gear. Yeah. So that should hopefully help. Yeah, he's a real pain. He definitely makes you earn it.
Yeah. I can attest to that.
How was Fallen Avatar? Isn't that the 8th one?
Yeah. No, that one isn't actually that bad. It's actually kind of fun. It's if you manage it just right, it's the second phase is what will get to you when he drops you down. So that's what you.
It's a DPS check. Yeah, it's definite DPS check.
Yeah, if you get him to the right
isn't that the one where he drops you into the fell and the floor just he keeps destroying the floor, kind of like the. Yep. It's kind of like the bridge boss in Nighthold. It's like it's at a certain point, there's nothing left to stand on. You're done.
Pretty much.
Yeah. If you do it right, you can do it 5 times.
Yeah. If you position him just right. Yeah, and in normal, he doesn't get a power boost from being in the fell, so you can actually leave him in the fell. So it's not that bad.
Oh, okay, because normally you'd pull him onto the stuff and then got it.
Yep. If you can kind of position him just right, he'll not blow as much of it away.
So it's all a question of how much damage you do upstairs before you get to that point.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep. And interesting enough, you should not go full out on the maiden because that's bad.
Oh, absolutely.
Horribly bad.
Yep. So then, other than that, I've been playing a lot of Breath of the Wild. I don't know. You can see my Breath of the Wild shirt. That game is just really well done, and I am finding myself, staying up too late. Usually keeping an eye on the toddler, but then the other eye on Zelda, and that it's such a unique experience that and it's so cool that if I really want to, I can just walk over and grab the tablet and go sit in a corner somewhere with it and just keep going. And it's so easy to drop in and out. If you need to go grab something, you just literally pause it and come back to it a few hours later. It doesn't care. So it's kind of neat that way.
Yeah.
So
our daughter really likes it.
Yeah, it's such an interesting game that I can't think of anything else that really matches up well to it.
Cool, very cool.
And that's probably I did want to mention one other quick thing. My company on Thursday and Friday had what's called a hackathon, which is sort of a neat thing. Some companies do where for 2 days you don't have to work on work stuff. You just hack away at something that might improve the company. And in their experience, they actually have found like viable like work products that make billions of dollars from these things. That's why they encourage this twice a year, saying, "Hey, go crazy, invent stuff. Oh, that's cool. We're going to use that now." So
that's awesome.
Very cool.
Yep,
very cool.
That's about what my week's been. So it's only been a week actually. So yeah,
I know it's crazy. We're used to 2-week gaps, but
no. And what about you?
Well, we are rating as well. We got we pushed through for our team for some reason that second boss. It's a DPS check, but it just that second boss seemed harder than everything else we've done so far because we're 4 of 9 now, and the third and fourth bosses we didn't even watch the raid videos. We just kind of went in, went, okay, we need to stay out of that. We need to take that down. And then got it on the next shot for both the third and fourth bosses. And it's like, why was that second boss such a hard thing? But
we're gonna blew right through them. It was so crazy.
It was. We're gonna go do not Deathless. What's the one right before Deathless Host? The jailer guy. We're gonna go do that tonight. I
Inquisition.
think. Inquisition, yes.
What a show!
Exactly.
Sorry.
Inquisition's fun. I like that fight.
Yeah, a lot of them are really fun. It's kind of interesting.
They are. We just have to get the tank dance down for that one and decide if we're going to 2 or 3 tank it. So we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we switched to 3 tanking in DOA, and it made it so much easier. We just put our DK tank in there, and he just stayed there the whole time.
We actually kind of cheated because one of our tanks. I'm one of the tanks on the other team, and I'm a warrior. We have a monk, and he cheats. He puts the statue down below.
Right.
So it actually
just
gives
leaves
us
it
extra
there.
time. Yeah. So basically, you just there's like we make sure the swap is done up above, and then we just go down there and take over for the statue. So
very cool. Also, I got my hunter. I don't know why I wanted to say ranger. I think I had Lord of the Rings stuck on my head.
Probably.
I got my hunter to 110, and through the whole class order hall, got the new companions. I'm now on the second to last quest I need for the class mount. I have to do the 3 missions in the order hall, and there was only one up that I could do, so I've got to wait for the other 2 to come in. But that was fun. I really enjoyed. That's one of the better stories, even though it's not directly involved with everything in Legion. It's kind of a side thing of you're protecting Dalaran, but no one else knows you're actually protecting Dalaran, so that was fun. And I actually got to 110 with the upgraded heirlooms before I did Stormheim or Val'Sharah. So I actually did Azuna and then went into High Mountain and hit 110 in High Mountain before anything. It's crazy once you do the upgraded heirlooms. You just fly through content now.
Yeah, it's definitely helped with the catch up because now that you get to 110 so early, you get AP. It means you get the AP boost, or with artifact knowledge, AK boost.
Right. You get it right at 40,
and then from that point on, all the AP is super powered.
Right.
And your weapon's upgraded like instantly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean that was nice because I hit. As soon as you hit that AK-40, you go out do a couple of world quests, get the weapon to 35. And then, or 36, then go get the upgraded, quest for that, pop it open, and you're at like 44, 45, before you know it. So,
and especially if you want to go through the Suramar quest again, I've found on my alts that is just an AP gold mine. Because you're already super powered, you just kind of fly through. Especially if you have flying, you fly through the Suramar stuff, and
you get a ton of rep, and you get a ton of AP. The only thing I don't like is when you hit Broken Shore, there's a couple of absolute roadblocks where you can't progress, and that is the 12 world quests, because there are not 12 world quests up at the time.
You can do usually at most 6, and that's if you even do the pet battle one.
Exactly. And I stupidly did the invasion without having the quest to do the invasion. So then I had to wait to do the invasion again. It was like I got to the invasion quest and it's like, oh great, I'll just go do the invasion, forgetting I didn't have the quest. And then the other one that's usually the roadblock, I'm trying to think, it's the 12 world. Oh, the one I'm on now, the 3 order hall missions.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
the
everything
order hall
else
missions.
is
Yeah, because the other one's
is-
just like 100 demons, which is really easy to do.
yeah. Just go find the spiders over in Azuna, and you
Yep.
just go in that area and just murder spiders, and you're good. Or get in the
Fell imp
gun
area.
and so hold and shoot the bats down. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then there's the burning shore or the broken shore one, which has to be done
Yeah.
on broken shore. Then you do the imps for that one.
Yeah, or if that's up, or the spiders if the imps aren't up yet. Exactly.
Oh yeah, the other spiders.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So- all right. Well, that is our update. We will be digging into the Summer of Love shortly, but let's cover this week's news right now.
AIE
News.
As we know, Summer of Love is coming the first week of August. We're going to have more discussion later, including links to all the fun activities. And Nomads has launched a guild in Albion Online. I'm going to try to resist making Robin of Sherwood jokes. It's a lot like Ultima Online meets Diablo 3 meets Eve. If you're interested in joining the guild, head over to the Nomad channel on the AIE Discord or contact Argus or Jedi for more information. There's also a forum post with more details as well.
Alrighty, and then WoW. Just wanted to give a shout out to our friend Russell Brower for all the work he has done at Blizzard Entertainment on the music and soundtracks for all of Blizzard games. That I'm pretty much anyone that's played WoW, you've been touched by the music he's done.
Yes.
Yep.
His position was made redundant, and as he said, due to some corporate restructuring of the audio teams, and we wish him well. He has a solo album coming up, and he still has 3 video game live concerts coming, so he'll still be pretty busy.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
definitely.
Yep, you can follow him on Twitter and Facebook and see what he's up to. I
He
know
did
that.
Also, I was going to say, he did give a really cool shout out to our community by mentioning
Nerdtacular.
spending time at Nerdtacular. So that was neat.
Yep, that was
Yep.
very cool.
I know the hair powers are definitely a lot less now. There's as I say, the hair brothers are no longer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very true.
Yep. All right. And in SWTOR news, our usual SWTOR mandatory fun night on Tuesday will be focused on Summer of Love. Maybe a running of the pancakes on Hoth, a Galaxy World Boss hunt, and a trip to the harder to reach Datacrons or something similar. I'm sure Max will have a bunch of mandatory fun stuff for us to do. This week, July 25th, Mandatory Fun Night will be on the Imp side, and next week is Summer of Love. They may start on the pub side. We'll have to see where everyone's going to be, but just hang out in the AIE Discord channel, in the SWTOR channel, and you're good. Also, the Escape Podcast episode 203, There Were Never Such Devoted Sisters. I love that title, and if you listen to the first part of the show, you will get the reference. This week, AIEC, Max the Grey, and Astromech EPC 203 review the Esne and Avila boss fight added to the Gods from the Machine operation on Iocath.
All right. And we have Captain Sybil's Star Trek Online news summary for the week ending in 7/23/2017. Season 13.5 launched on July 18th with a feature episode, Brushfire. The first of 3 weekly rewards for playing this episode have been posted on the STO website. Rewards for weekly replays will be posted at the end of each week. The Sona lockbox arrived for season 13.5 as well. 2 new artsy-looking Sona starships are the available prizes, along with new equipment, weapons, player enhancements, and much, much more. Stats for the new ships have also been posted. The Zindi lockbox has been upgraded to include the upgraded starships, along with the new equipment, weapons, and player enhancements. Stats for the new ships have been posted on Star Trek Online. The C-Store 15% Lockbox key sale has been extended through this weekend. Grab them while you can. Finally, don't forget, AIE's Fleet Star base is always looking for contributions of materials and personnel. As always, check out the news, backstories, patch notes, forums, fun, and all the goodies on the Star Trek Online website. Until next time, Captain Sybil says, live long and prosper.
Do-do-do.
Sorry.
In Final Fantasy XIV news, Kitty Fantastico and Tiara Lee of our very own Final Fantasy XIV gaming community will be exchanging vows in the ceremony of eternal bonding on Sunday, the 30th of July, 2017, at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. This may come as a shock to those who know the happy couple. However, between Kitty's seemingly random explosive tendencies and Tiara's great love of collecting mounts in the game, we can all smile and offer sagely wave-like nods to their union. Tiara is not at all using Kitty to get the mount, and any rumors that say otherwise are clearly false.
Fallacies.
Yes. Invitations may be requested from the couple prior to the event and are required to enter the ceremony of the Sanctum of the 12 in the East Shrouder. You may send a friend request to either of them so you can get the mail from them so you can get the invitation, or you can track them down in-game or on AIE Discord.
Don't disturb the bachelorette party.
The reason why you might even want to come, besides the fact that it actually is a very unique experience, like since you're typically paying real money for this, you don't have to. You get a full cutscenes experience in this unique, chapel. So it's very, very interesting. Also, the guests get unique pets that you can only get from this event. So I know our very first couple that did the ceremony are eagerly awaiting this so they can get their hands on it because, interestingly enough, the brides or grooms or whoever they might be don't get them. Only the guests get them. So that'll be an interesting change for them. Also, join the crew on our version of the Final Fantasy Fun Night during the Summer of Love meetup. We're going to be meeting at the tiny home in Goblet that's on the Goblin server. It's going to be Final Fantasy Fashionista Fun Night as opposed to the usual. Come as you are or in your favorite outfits or glamour something special to celebrate the AIE community. Kickoff will be at 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and we'll be coming and going from the house as we embark on various fun activities for the evening. Also, just a reminder, the guild has already moved to Goblin from Gilgamesh. Unfortunately, however, Goblin is no longer a preferred server, which means the free transfers are gone. You can still transfer for $18 or just roll a brand new character on Goblin and join the guild. It's really quite fast now. It's pretty amazing. The guild house on Gilgamesh is still open for a while for folks that still need to, do things while over there, while they decide to transfer or not. But we will be shutting it down in the near future and selling the house so that we can be ready for the new stuff coming. And speaking of which, the current timelines are pointing to October for the release of 4.1, which means more story. Likely it will bring the new housing area near Kugane, which is what we have our site set on, as well as some other quality of life add-ons, such as the removal of restrictions for the job boost potions. Which right now you can only buy one for one job, but in the future, once they figure everyone's done the story, they're going to let everyone boost up. That way you can just catch everything up. So as Yoshi P says, please look forward to it.
All right. And with that, let's get back to Cyrene and Grimcow and find out what's going on in the Summer of Love week in AIE.
Yay! The best week.
Best week ever.
It is.
Well, Grim and I are here to talk about the Summer of Love. It's a week-long event. It's one of our community's biggest held events every year. It's a time to reflect on life and friendship and to share and support each other's sorrows. It's also, a week of games and events and contests and all kinds of stuff across all of our game divisions. All of these events have built up around our community's single most important, most historic, and probably the most reverent event that I have ever seen in a game, which would be our Remembrance Day.
Yes.
Well, this is my first time on the podcast. I joined AIE in April of 2011 on a baby rogue after listening to the instance for years and figuring out that this is a place that I really wanted to check out. I heard about Remembrance Day and decided I needed to see this thing. I was like mid-50s leveling out wherever I was, winter, spring, or what have you. And I was blown away by the event. And my Alliance guild at the time was kind of dead or dying. And so I just bit the bullet and swapped. And so the Grim Cow that you know today started life back in 2004 as a Dwarf Pally, and it's been my original tune, and I don't regret a minute of it. It's been, and Remembrance Day caused that for me.
So we just kind of want to talk briefly about, some people might not know what Remembrance Day is. And so Remembrance Day is a day that the whole community gathers. In game, we gather in voice comms, and it's basically it's a day to remember our fallen heroes, those of us that have passed away in real life over the past year, guild members that we've lost, family that we've lost, and it's a time to remember them with honor. And so it's just kind of how AIE basically, supports our community and says, this is something special for us to do.
And I think also what a lot of things you don't realize is sometimes there's going to be members of our community that we've lost that we don't know about. That's something that Remembrance Day really does kind of help with. You do have people that, hey, suddenly you lose touch with, but because you know them through the game, you don't know that perhaps they have passed away. Their family didn't know to let us know. So that's something I love about Remembrance Day, because it kind of gives a shout out to that piece of the community as well. Now, on Remembrance Day, to those that maybe aren't familiar with it, and I don't know what year it started in, and I apologize. It was towards the very beginning of our guild's history. We had a member of the community, Millie Way, that passed away. And that first Remembrance Day was for him. In fact, he was a member before AIE was AIE. He was a member of AIE Babies. So that's how far back he goes. And it's also, so what we do for this event is we meet at the shrine of the fallen warrior, and we march very solemnly to Ogremar. And it's an RP. It's actually one of the few times that we RP walk. And no weapons. If you are like warlocks, and usually hunters will dismiss their pets.
Yeah.
It really is something that is intended as a solemn ceremony, and the weapons are removed to signify that. Of course, the pets are removed because not only to signify that, but because we want to make it as seamless for everybody to see as possible.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's sad, but it's also kind of uplifting too when you think about it. All these people are gathered to remember everybody. And when I first joined the guild, I used to play all Alliance, and Cyrene was my only Horde character. And my first events I've ever done was the Remembrance Day and Craft Fair. And between those events and just how much the community just supports each other with everything that's going on. I did the same thing Grim did, but I've faction changed all of my tunes on Earth and Ring to the Horde side. So
Neat.
I actually finally just faction changed my last one, which is a DK, about a couple months ago. So I am officially now Alliance free on Earth and Ring. It is all Horde.
Cyrene, now Alliance free.
Yeah, at least on Earth and Ring.
At least on Earth and Ring.
Yeah, Milliway passed away in 2007. So
thank you.
Yeah, so they've been doing the Remembrance Day, because that's when Scott did the instance email and voicemails eulogizing Bruce Milliway on that one. So yeah, it was 2007.
Does that make this the 10th one?
I think it does.
Oh, yeah, yes.
I mean, I still have a few Alliance tunes hanging around out there, but I think Mikala has invited most of the tunes I've created into the guild for whatever reason, whether I've faction swapped or created new ones. But I got roped into the craft fair and Coop via various people. Alicast got me into Coop as his second, and I I now run it. And then I had this innocent-seeming conversation with Nevermore at one point. Yeah, it wasn't all that innocent. I wound up being the
It's
tailoring
Nevermore. It's
captain.
never innocent.
I know. I wound up running 5 guild banks for a while and a whole lot of spreadsheets. But the community events, especially Remembrance Day, and the community itself is why I love being part of this guild.
Yep, absolutely. It's especially with Ralph's passing, this year is going to be a little bit rough, on Remembrance Day, and I think we touched on that a bit when we were talking about the Nertacular episode. So,
Yeah.
Yep, and there's now an award in his honor.
Yep.
Rightly so.
So there's a whole bunch of stuff going on across the week, and so Grim and I are kind of just gonna highlight the events that are going on so that everybody can hop into their favorite game or any game and check it out and see what's going on. So
you want me to start?
sure, go ahead.
Okay, on Tuesday, August 1st, our friends over at SWOTOR are hosting their very special mandatory fun night from 8 to 10 Central. There'll be details coming soon. We're not quite sure what's going on there. Over to you, Sai.
Very, very cute. So Wednesday, August 2nd is the official community-wide Remembrance Day. It is going to be from 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you check and see what your game time is, in that time frame. Right now, we have locations for some of our games where they're going to meet up in game as well as voice comms. So WoW is going to be meeting up at the Shrine of the Fallen Warrior, west of Crossroads in the Northern Barrens. SWTOR is at the Duran Mountains on Alderaan. Final Fantasy is going to be meeting at the Guild House.
Yep.
Guild Wars 2 is going to be meeting at the Field of the Fallen in West Lions Arch. And Star Trek Online has a whole plan of stuff going on. They're going to be starting at Starfleet at the Eternal Flame, then on to the Spock Memorial, and then to New Romulus, and finally meeting up at the Starbase. So as soon as we hear back from some more of the game divisions on the locations, we'll update the community forum posts so everybody can know what's going on.
And we can also tweet out the information as we see it come up as well.
Yeah, and just everybody check the forums and Discord because all of this stuff will be linked there.
as well as probably an article on the front page of the AIE Guild org. Get that written up.
We'll get that wrote up too. And like Mikala said, just a few reminders for people attending Remembrance Day to remove weapons. A lot of people choose to wear formal wear, but it's not required. But to try and limit your pets and your combat pets and spell effects, just keep in mind that, you know, especially on WoW, there's so many people that gather, and a lot of people have older machines, older PCs. They might not have the best graphic video cards, and all of this stuff can bog down the server being concentrated in one spot, and we don't want to have anybody, you know, DCing in the middle of an event or anything. So just try and remember to, you know, respect everybody else and let us go through. Now, when we get to Ogrimmar and fly around, if, you know, we crash the server, then that's a whole other story. But as we've been known to do.
If we crash Ogrimmar, we've succeeded.
It's not for the Horde, darling. Or sorry, for the Alliance, that I guess it would be for crashing Ogrimmar.
Exactly.
So, yeah. But, you know, don't egg the trolls on that come over, and they might troll us for the event. But, you know, you might see some Alliance from some of our friends. Sometimes Convert to Raid will come out and stuff. So just, you know, be polite and respectful, and that's all we can ask for.
And they really are really great about coming and just walking with us out of respect. A lot of the times, we actually will also have people who are just on Earth and Ring walk with us out of respect. They're in different guilds. And usually there's a few, hey, what's going on? We'll let them know. And then usually there's a few applications to join AIE.
Bring your Horde balloons.
Yeah.
So Friday, Sai?
Me, I've been talking. You talk about Friday.
Okay.
I can talk about it.
Or you
go
can
ahead.
Go
Hey,
ahead.
what's going on Friday?
Yeah, so as mentioned earlier, the Final Fantasy Fashionista Fun Night will be happening at 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Essentially, just we that's our usual Friday Final Fantasy Friday Fun Night, and we have. I was going to say, our Remembrance Day is going to be pretty packed because, if you remember from previous podcasts, the new small house is tiny. And we have a lot of new people in the game, so it's going to be packed. But on Friday we'll have more of the let's celebrate life kind of thing, and show off all the different. WoW calls it transmogs. We call it glamours in Final Fantasy, but there's a lot of fancy stuff out there, so we're going to see some interesting outfits. And then, of course, once we're done with that, then we just run amok in the game, going through dungeons or raids. Yep, amok. So yeah, just trying to have some fun. It's been getting bigger and bigger because it's probably a bit of my complaining, but it's running a bit later now, so everyone can participate if you're West Coast timed. But it's going to be a lot of fun.
That sounds awesome. I wish I had time to play more games than just WoW. So that takes us through. And I just want to say briefly, we don't have anything scheduled right now for Monday or Thursday. So if you play any of the games that haven't listed anything, talk to your game division, your officers, whoever it is that runs the games, and let them know if you guys want to do something. The whole point of Summer of Love Week is to have fun in all of our game divisions. So if there's something you guys want to do, speak out, let us know.
And you don't have to be an officer to run to an event. That's a big thing you need to be reminded of. Yeah,
absolutely.
You are welcome to do whatever you want to do to just have fun.
Community driven.
Yep.
Yes.
So Saturday, August 5th is going to kick off the weekend of WoW events, apparently. Starting with this upcoming Saturday, I said that already. I don't know why I'm saying it again, but we're running a very special version of Running of the Beef, which if you don't know what
that's not this upcoming Saturday. Upcoming Saturday is the 29th.
Well, I meant on the 5th. You know what I mean.
Okay.
The Saturday of Summer of Love.
Yes. When is it upcoming? I'm like, let's, because I know our people. They'll be waiting for that next Saturday.
Yeah, they'll all be sitting around and dial around going, what?
Yeah, no.
So I said to be here.
Running of the Beef is where we create level 1 characters, and we don't level through any questing. We just run as a massive group and basically die epically at some point in time. It's a whole lot of fun. But this year we are doing a Remembrance Day tribute version of Running of the Beef, and it's in honor of Ralph, Roger White, that had passed away in February. So if you look on the forums, there's a whole post about it, and I have a screenshot of his character from the WoW Armory. But basically, we're all going to be creating level 1 male Tauren warriors, which is what Ralph's main character was.
Specifically, that male Tauren warrior.
Yeah, specifically. And we're basically going to go off on an adventure. And usually Running of the Beef has some sort of route planned where we run through Alliance stuff or Horde stuff, depending on what side we're on. This year we're going to be doing something a little bit differently since it's more of a tribute version of Running of the Beef. I don't want to spoil any of the fun because there's going to be lots of fun. But there's a couple things you're going to need. One is, if you have it, your selfie cam. And 2, your Twitter link to your WoW account. So keep that in mind if you want to set stuff up. But we're gonna break Twitter. But because everybody's been around for so long, well, not everybody, I should say most people, but everything's pretty full. We're gonna actually be hosting it on the Dollarian server this time. Every time lately we've been picking a different server, so it's gonna be on Dollarian server, not Earth and Ring. We're going to start invites into the guild over there around noon Eastern time, our typical server time. But the plan is to roll out by 1 p.m. in the afternoon. So we're going to go take an adventure. But yeah, It should be pretty interesting and a lot of fun. And yeah, if you follow anything on AIE on Twitter, it's gonna be epic.
One of the reasons why we do that on other servers, by the way, is that most people or many people have all of their character slots full on Earthen Ring. So
Exactly.
multi-just
They
going
took them
around.
up by craft. Yeah, by
Yeah.
craft fair. alts.
It used to be craft fair alts, not anymore.
I know, and then they made it easier for us. Thank you, Blizzard.
Yeah, that was our second account. I missed the craft fair.
I still have a couple of banks. I was actually helping Ellen earlier this week with. I still have a lot of cloth for some reason. Saturday night.
Yes. What's going on
Yay.
Saturday night?
Coop. We're gonna
Coop.
coop. What's coop, you ask? Well, that's creamy orange otter pop. That's our AIE code for going to show love to our alliance friends and all of their leaders. We gather in Orgrimmar at 8 p.m. server. That's 8 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time, and we ride at 9. Essentially, it's a long and dearly loved tradition within AIE where we throw as many 40-man raids together as we can, and we go and stomp all over the alliance. It's good, clean world PvP. There's an actual achievement for it, and you get a mount out of it.
For the Horde.
For the Horde! So it's encouraged. It's not griefing. Some people sometimes accuse us that we're griefing. No, we're not. We do it because we can. That was the
If they didn't want us to do it, there wouldn't be an achievement for it.
Exactly. There's the old legend from the somebody that was spying for us on the Alliance side, and somebody was reading their trade chats when there's 5 40-man raids ravaging Orgrimmar. Why are they doing this? Because they can, you know. So that's what it is. We prefer 110s, but you can bring whatever level you like. You may die a little bit more. We like it
Or a
when we
lot
get
of it more.
a lot more. We like it when there's some resistance. So there's the 4 Alliance cities. Sometimes we get a little bit more creative. I don't want to let out whatever I've got planned. We encourage you not to stream this live because we don't want to telegraph where we're going next.
Right.
You can record it, fraps it, put it up later. But it's always a lot of fun. And if nothing else, we get you some new mounts. Sai, what's up with New Braid?
Actually, hang on, because Sybil just had a good question that's going to play into a lot of this.
Oh,
Are we going to be using, for Remembrance Day, are we still going to be using Mumble? Because I think it did handle it better than Discord, if I remember correctly.
When I talked to Maui about when Remembrance Day was going to be and what the plan was, I think I asked him that, but I'm not sure that he got back to me on it. So I don't know if we're going to be using Mumble or Discord. It's going to be one or the other, but I'm not exactly positive which way it's going to be. I will find out from him, and we'll get it posted in the forums, and we can post it in Discord and stuff and let people know where to be for that. But at this point in time, I don't know.
Okay. And Grim, what are you using for Coop?
Coop will be Discord.
Okay. The main AIE Discord?
The main AA Discord, and we'll use one of the sub-channels.
Okay. Cool. All right. Cool. Well, then back to you, Sai.
New Braid.
Well, just want to point this out too. For all of our events that we're doing, it's all family friendly because it's all guild wide. We
I
have
forgot to
kids
mention
and
that.
stuff. Yeah, we have kids and stuff that join up for these events. So just kind of keep it, friendly, family, no swearing, that sort of thing.
We've had kids as young as 8. Shout out to you, Termaku. So remember that you've got from 8 to 70 in that range. So
Yes.
be friendly on voice comms.
Yes.
So Saturday night, after Coop is all over with, and you've blown up the Alliance for funds and stuff, Keeney is actually doing a special edition of New Braid. They're going to be, and it's funny that we just did this, but with everything in the storyline with Illidan, and we just did the time walking for Black Temple, they are actually going back to visit the original and the one and only ultra dark and demon infested Black Temple. So
Sector.
the more people that show up, the more raids that they're going to start, and they're going to blow through Black Temple for just the fun and doing the achievements and stuff. And she said if they get done early enough and people are still around, they're going to hit up other old school raids for mounts and pets for people to try and get. So it's going to be just a fun night of blowing stuff up, apparently.
Absolutely, because like one person can blow up Black Temple in 20 minutes. So 40 people can blow it up in 20 minutes.
I imagine it'll be a nice bit of revenge, too, for everyone that got thrown around by the time walking.
Yes.
I did the time walking, and we just could not get the last boss. I was so sad that we didn't get the last boss down.
It was a total, like, a almost straight up change of difficulty, going from all those easy cakewalk bosses to Illidan, and it's like, oh, mechanics.
Well, yeah, if you'd never had done the original fight, yeah.
Yeah, it's
horrible. Overtuned.
Yeah. Well, we also got hit with the raid lock dance in that.
Yes.
Oh my God! Yes, you did.
We gotten a few bosses down, took the night off, came back on Sunday to finish it, and no matter what combination of people we put in there, we either it started at the beginning for all of them. But like some people couldn't join in because they said they're saved to another instance, even though they were with us, and that was the only instance they were in. So
it was
despite leadership training and raid resets and all of that stuff.
Yeah, it was rough. But
they basically wanted you to sit through the entire night of just doing BT and in the old way. So it was like a full-on raid. It was as hard, almost as well. I guess at this point it would be as hard as Nighthold for a lot of people.
And I think what we're going to do next time, at least for our raid team, is we're just going to block off like 4 hours on a Saturday and just power through it.
Yep. Or pick someone to. Okay, you need to stay up, stay logged in. Okay, don't go to sleep. Stay up. Keep it open.
Get one of those little bouncing birds. Yeah. Just keep hitting the space bar.
Run against this wall for the next 12 hours.
Well, Sunday, to round out the weekend and the last day of Summer of Love, Gusty Tail is actually going to host one of her infamous transmog gear and pet meet swap meet events. I think they're meeting up at 4:00 in the afternoon on Sunday, and basically, you don't even have to meet up. They make a custom chat channel, and people post in there green items that they want to get rid of that people can use for transmog, or extra pets that they have, and basically you just speak up and say, "Hey, I could use that," and then they mail it to you. So you just swap gear, swap pets. If you have somebody that can make mounts, you make mounts, and they just give stuff away. And then she said the second half of the time frame that she's going to do it, she actually has a ton of pets, and we might have some mounts too that we're going to give away towards the end of the event. So
this is like the best part of the craft fair,
right?
That still exists.
So, but you don't have to meet up in person. You can keep doing your world quests or whatever. You just join the custom channel and they'll mail everything to you. So it's a lot of fun. And those that can meet up in person, bring your best transmog and show them off, I guess.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty much Summer of Love this year, I think.
All right. Well, I think we're doing well. Any last announcements or anything else you guys want to cover before we finish up?
Just check the forums.
Yep.
Check the forum.
We'll have the links to to all the events in the show notes, and again, there'll be an article on the front page of the AIE-guild.org website, and the forums.
Links in Discord, links in the forums. Yeah,
exactly.
And I just want to say I love DOA and I love raiding with everybody in DOA, and thank you very much to Better Late Than Never for letting me raid with you guys too. It's a lot of fun to be able to raid with both teams and stuff.
Yay.
So it's awesome. I like raiding. I guess that's my favorite thing. I don't know.
Should get you into Final Fantasy 14 to raid. Whole different experience for you.
Oh, I sometimes I'll get a bug up my butt and I'll like re-download and set up SOTOR, and then I'll go in there and I play my little bounty hunter, and she's a healer, but I like shoot people to heal them. It's like the greatest thing ever. It's like the best part. It's like pew pew pew. Oh, you got
bleeding.
Right?
Exactly.
Broken arm.
That seems that That seems a little counterintuitive.
Just use the
Culto
green
shots.
bullets. It's
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, culto shots.
The green bullets work best.
Right?
For anyone that hasn't done engineering in Legion, there is a whole quest line that you have to do where you get to go around Dalaran with a gun and shoot bandages at people. It's
bandage
awesome.
gun. Yep.
Oh, seriously?
Oh yeah, yeah. So
I've
if you've
got-
got an engineer, work on leveling your engineer.
I've
Unfortunately,
got.
it's not a very effective bandage gun, but it's a bandage gun. So
Yes.
Well, just
No.
like engineering in WoW in general, it's always not very effective.
It's more for fun.
yeah,
No,
exactly.
I got my class mount on my rogue, my shaman, and my DK, and I have to say, my DK was probably the best storyline out of all of them that I've done so far. That even my alts that I'm still puttering with, I think the DK storyline is probably one of the best ones I've seen. It's just awesome.
Yeah, like I said, we covered last week. I've done 6 now. I'm my hunter's the 7th. I really liked the rogue storyline the best out of them. The DK came in a close second, but it would be like rogue, then the DK and paladin. The warrior one was fun, but it was basically. I'm going to steal a line from Matthew Rossi on the Girls Gone Wild podcast, but he said basically if you think of Odin as Ash from Pokemon and you're Pikachu, you're just his battle pet, and then everything makes sense.
Yep.
I haven't done my warrior. She's level
you have
100.
to.
I have the class hall open, but that's as far as I've gotten.
My rogue's only 101, so
Oh, no.
Rogue,
I love the rogue.
Yeah.
The DK storyline was good, but I think the rogue class hall is the best one I've seen.
Oh yeah. Even
I just
all the
love the
complaints
whole-
that it was in the sewers, I'm like, no, this is the best place for it. It's awesome.
I love all the different hidden entrances where you just flash a badge. Oh, it's so awesome.
It is. It's really cool. All right. Well, we're hitting near the end of the time, so let's get through the shout-outs. McCullough, do you want to do the shout-outs?
Sure. At least I'll do 2 of them here.
Okay.
So this is from Marcus B. Shout out to the new SOTOR Weekend Raid team, Death Star Troopers, starting their first raid tonight. Congrats, guys. That sounds like a great time.
isn't that an operation, not a raid?
It is an operation.
It is. So, all right. Shout out to the SOTOR Weekend Operations team,
There
Death
you
Star
go.
Troopers, starting their first operation tonight. There we go. We're doing it. Corrected. And from Lars Gagner, shout out to AIEU. Apparently, Test is coming to play Eve with us.
So I just
Sorry, already did her shout-out, but go ahead.
Yes, I have a shout out. I just want to say, shout out to our DOA raid member Velzarius and his new wife Irina. They got married over the summer, and she passed her tests and everything. And I just want to say, welcome to the United States. She's coming over.
Wonderful.
Yay.
Congratulations! And we might get a new AIE member out of it too when she gets her computer set up and stuff. So
That's how we recruit now. We recruit by marriage. Got it. Well, it is a summer of love. What do you expect?
that's right.
Well,
Exactly.
then there's always progeny too.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we have several that come in that way.
Exactly. All right. Well, that is our show for tonight. While the chat room begins suggesting show titles, we want to thank Cyrene and Grim Cow for joining us. Thank you, guys. This has been really fun.
Well, thank you
And,
for having me.
Thanks very much.
Yep. Is Twitter the best way to get a hold of you besides if, Sai is always in game if you need her, or the AIE Discord?
Yep, Twitter's Grim Cow AIE.
All right.
Yep.
Very cool. And again, we'll have links to the Summer of Love schedule in the general forums of the Frog Pants forums, and we'll keep that up to date with everything that's going on.
Coop.
Yay, Green Orange Order Pop. All right. And if you have questions or comments about our show or give us donations. No, we're not set up for that. You can email us at podcast@aie-guild.org. You can follow us on Twitter. The show is at AIE Podcast. Mew is at the Mew Cow. I am at Cyberwaif. And Tetsemi is at Every Tiger. We record live with video every other Sunday, normally at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. You can join the chat room and play along with us at our website, AIE-guild.org, or our Discord server for chat, which is bit.ly AIE Podcast Discord. Our theme was, of course, composed by the amazing Andrew Allen. Follow him at keyswithsoul.com. Follow him at Keys with Soul or visit his website, keyswithsoul.com. I have been saying that constantly for like the last 3 years, and I messed that up. Good job there.
Because I messed up the exact same way last week. I think I must have gotten it onto you.
Yeah.
Alrighty, and now it's time to play the great AIE member segment we received this week, which is Overly Dramatic News from Hunts the Wind. And don't forget, you too can submit a segment to the podcast. If they let the likes of me submit, anyone can join it.
We liked him so much, we said, hey, by the way, you're co-hosting with us.
Exactly.
Yep.
All right. And in 2 weeks, we will be talking to someone about something, probably Hoots and the crew about Eve.
I'm working on it.
I know.
They're
and
overdue.
Yep. And just for anyone that doesn't know, would you say this is your 3rd year?
I just celebrated my 3rd year as an AIE podcast host.
Yep.
I came on, I want to say episode 202 approximately.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. It was not long after episode 200.
Awesome. Well, congrats.
Thanks.
Now you just wait to episode 300.
Exactly.
I'm already trying to figure out what we're going to do. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, it's about not quite a year away, but
It's a while away, but I definitely want to. Well, once we get about 290, let's start getting some ideas and.
yeah.
Go, McCalla.
Yeah. AIE Podcast 300. Are you not entertained? All right.
Oh,
This
you guys
is
are good.
AIE.
Yeah, all right.
Oh my goodness! Wait, can I get some cosplay for this?
Sure. All right. So until next time, AIE, this is Tetsemi.
This is Makala.
This is Muka.
And this has been the AIE Podcast.
Dun dun dun.
Yay. All right. So let's see. I think, what was it? So Sybil said, Summer of Love, Remembrance, and a whole lot of fun.
Looks like Abel
I know.
Van says
Apple
AIE
said
shows the love.
love. So I can see a theme starting here.
How do you even know how many people are in the channel? Does it tell you?
If you look on the
It doesn't.
side, you'll see little green dots for people that are actually active, but they may not be.
I mean, it does say
paying attention.
online 56, but they may not be paying attention
Yeah.
in the channel. So,
Gotcha.
all right. So let's just go with those two for now. Which one do you want, guys?
I
What do
like
you
the
think?
AIE shows the love.
I like that one too. I think that one's
All right.
short and sweet and basically says everything.
All right. Cool. Well, thank you guys very much. Chat room, thank you as always. We will talk to you guys in 2 weeks.
AIE, how many people are in this channel?
Ow, I'm supposed to tell you, Gusty says I'm not allowed to give away my left sharks at her event either.
Oh, whatever.
What, your bag and a half full of left sharks?
I have more than that. I counted them the other day, and I'm upwards of like 350, 360 left sharks.
So, guys,
And a
remember, if you have
bank.
any left sharks, please send them to Cyrene in game.
There's only one way to get rid of them. That's deleting them, and you have to type delete for each one.
No. I'm gonna come up with some master AIE event, and I'm gonna just give everybody one. And I might get rid of half of them. I don't know.
Yeah, you get a left shark and some bat guano. All done.
Oh,
I-
absolutely.
Now, my other idea is every time I invite somebody into the guild, I'm gonna mail them a left shark.
There you go.
There we go. Here's part of your AIE welcome bag.
Enjoy this left shark.
Yeah, I'd say put them on the first tab of the guild bank, but Shoujo throw a fit because she just cleaned all the guild banks. So
No, what would happen is somebody like Air or somebody would pull them all out and mail them back to me.
exactly.
They would. Yep.
That's what I do. Absolutely. I sent you enough already.
Totally.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna kill the broadcast link. Good night, chat room. Thank you guys as always.